Hey, this is a reading between or for Henry Cavill and Amy Denton by Haley. I'm just going to play the audio. It's a general reading. There's specifics in this reading as well. So, um, yeah, enjoy.
In reverse, change, sudden wealth in reverse, adjudication, gift, poverty.
Hold on, just give me a second.
Horizons in reverse, change, sudden wealth in reverse, adjudication, gift, poverty. Mature woman in reverse, main female, wealthy man, unity. House in reverse, coffin, concern, high honor in reverse, and the overall card, marriage in reverse. So, the reading is like this. Regards to the occupation situation with Natalie Vizuko, there is going to be a short journey made that is going to bring change to this matter. It would mean taking it to court with adjudication card. It also means that she'll be getting no money because the sudden wealth is in reverse. The gift that will be presented to her will be poverty, because she will be no longer to be able to take anything else from Henry Cavill. And I also feel that that is also the gift regards to social media. The situation with social media may be taken to court as well. And the gift with that will be poverty. In other words, she will not be able to post anything else on social media. It's going to be taken out of her hands. This is the gift presented to Cavill. The result is poverty for Natalie Vizuko. The mature woman in reverse is Amy Denton. She will now become the main female, with Henry Cavill retaining his wealth as the wealthy man. Amy will be brought into Cavill's community. This is what's going to come to pass. The house in reverse with the coffin and concern. I do feel, going back to Vizuko, she does not have a house to live in. Her situation has finally ended. She can no longer do any damage. It is the end with a coffin. The concern for her is she no longer get any high honours. The wheels have finally turned. She will not get the advantage that she once had, which she could have used. If she was wise and used it properly, she would have propelled it into a really good position. But due to her lack of sight and lack of vision, because she's not very creative, she abused her fortune that she did have with Henry, and now it has come tumbling down. She has no high honours, the wheels have turned. And this is a concern to her because she's not going to be able to produce what she wants to produce in the future. Also, with the marriage card in reverse, it will come to pass that it become public, that they are not married, that they are not engaged, and that they certainly have no children together. This is what is happening with the Kipper cards. I shall move on to the Gilded Riviera. Okay, bye-bye. So with the Golden Riviera cards, I have I would say he would be the Knight of Cups, because it's a gentleman with a rose in his hand, but he's horizontal. He no longer wishes to be seen as her romantic partner. I feel that this will soon become in reverse when he will no longer be seen publicly as her romantic partner. But this is what he doesn't want at the moment. I've also got the cage in reverse, and that means that he is freeing himself from the merry-go-round he's on, because I've got a woman on a merry-go-round horse. So I feel with the cage in reverse, he's actually freeing himself from this merry-go-round he's on. I also have Anubis, the Whip, the Wishing Well, and Lilies. So, regards to that, he's freeing himself from the torment with Anubis. His wish is coming true, that it's all finally coming to an end with the Lilies. Regards to Natalie Vizuko, it's very, very interesting what I got here. I have a magnifying glass, I have mice, I have a woman, I have a snake, I have a fox, and I have a cuckoo clock, an old-fashioned cuckoo clock. So with this, to me, suggests that Vizuko, who is the woman, is being very, very closely watched and monitored, and I don't think she's realising how close she's being monitored, because there are little spies, which are the mice, watching her. They're watching how devious she is being the snake. She's watching how cunning she's being the fox. And what she does not realise is how fast time is running out for her, because she is being monitored. Everything she is doing, up to the smallest particle of air she probably breathes, is being watched and monitored and noted. And I do not think she realises this. And her time is running out very, very, very fast with this clock. I got a few cards here which are very surprising. A little surprise message for Amy. I have the mail here with the Tree of Life. I have Lucky Clover. I have a letter. I have the key to the cage. I have storks on top of a nest. And I have a ring. This to me suggests that Henry is very, very focused on this family tree that he wishes to have. The luck is coming in now where he's able to have it. I feel you're going to hear news coming about it very, very soon. He's finally going to be able to unlock himself out of this cage that he's been in for so long. And you have the key to his heart, because inside the cage is a red rose, which represents the heart. And of course, with the storks, and your situation, that is coming to pass in a beautiful, beautiful way. Building a nest together, building a home together. And of course, the ring also signifies engagement and marriage for you, Amy. So just a little unexpected row of cards here for you, but I thought I'd share, and I'm sure you'd be delighted to hear that. Okay, bye. So the question is, what is in store for the Jane Kipper website and the women attempting to ruin Amy Denton's reputation and credibility? So I have the Witch's Tarot here. I have the Lovers, the Hermit, Six of Swords, the King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the Star, Strength, the Wheel of the Year, Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords, Five of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Swords, clarified by the Three of Cups, Ace of Cups, and Queen of Swords. The overall card is the World. So what I see here is the path that they have taken regards to ruining Amy's reputation is very, very unclear by the Hermit. They need to basically reflect on what they're doing, because what they're doing is that they're setting themselves up for a massive fall, and they soon realise they're going to have to move away from this webpage, away from this situation with the Six of Swords, because it's not going to do them any favours. And the reason being is this: the outcome of which the King of Swords, Henry Cavill, has a plan regards to the Eight of Pentacles. He is working on a situation, and this situation is bringing into the focus of the limelight, into the public eye, his relationship with Amy Denton, which is the Two of Cups. She's going to be brought into the limelight with a star, the public eye. This is going to give Amy massive strength, and this is what's going to turn the wheel of fortune for her. This energy is coming in very, very fast with the Knight of Swords, and all this deviousness will mean that they will end up battling it out and arguing between themselves with the Five of Wands. Because the fact that Amy is going to be brought into the spotlight publicly will prove Amy's credibility and reputation to be true, and it will prove how wrong they have been in trying to ruin Amy's reputation and credibility. And that's why they'll end up fighting between themselves and stabbing each other in the back. Continuing with the Queen of Pentacles, which is Amy Denton, all she has to do is sit in her own beautiful energy as the Queen of Pentacles. The Two of Swords is reflection and keeping one's emotions calm, even though she may feel a bit guarded, which is understandable. However, this is clarified by the Three of Cups, and it means just basically sit back, let the gossip run its course, let the gossip among themselves, hear all about it. There's nothing they can do to hurt you or your credibility or reputation anymore, because the Ace of Cups is there. The card of love, the card of emotional happiness, the card of emotional fulfillment. And like the Queen of Swords, you'll be able to keep your personal life personal and professional life professional, and know that they will know that they cannot mess with you any longer, because the Queen of Swords does not take any nonsense whatsoever. Like the King of Swords, partner with the King of Swords, both of them very, very straightforward, very, very direct, not taking any BS from anybody. And people will know this, and people will have to respect yours and Henry's boundaries. I shall move on to the Kipper cards, but just before I forget, the overall card was the World, which means Amy Denton will have the world in the palm of her hand and at her feet. Okay, I'll move on to the next set of cards. Bye-bye. So, regarding the Kipper cards, we have community, sudden wealth in reverse, change, expectation, distant horizons in reverse, house in reverse, judication, wealthy man, high honour, toil and labour in reverse, family room in reverse, and child in reverse. So this website is obviously a source of community, and I do feel that they will basically, if they continue, the wealth that is generated by this community, whichever form wealth can be monetary, it can be popularity, will decline because the sudden wealth is in reverse. And this will be a huge change to this website if they continue down the path they are continuing down. The expectation will be one of taking a short journey, which is the distant horizons in reverse. The house in reverse is by the judication card, so I feel this is more of a courthouse rather than a home, because the house is in reverse, and I feel it may be that a journey will be taken to this courthouse to basically deal with the matter. It might not just be Jane Cupper's website, it could be many a website, to stop the malicious lies and ruining of reputation. And I have the wealthy man here, so it would be Henry taking this action regards to false allegations, false lies, regards to ruining Amy's reputation. So he would take the matter in the hands and he will take it to court if it carries on. This will come out as a high honour for him. He will win this court case, and the truth will come out about also Natalie Fazuko in this court case, that she does not work, that there is no family, and that there is no child, because the toil and labour is in reverse, the family room is in reverse, indicates no family, and the child is in reverse, indicates no child. So this is what I have here with regards to that. And I do feel the overall card is a message, which means news of this would come very, very quickly. I would say if the matter doesn't resolve itself on its own, if they persist in ruining Amy's reputation and character. Okay, bye. Regards to the Gilded Riviera cards, I have the Wishing Well in reverse. I have a mountain, a snake, an older woman, magnifying glass, young woman, a puppy, a little birdhouse. I have owls, a ring, a sun coming through the clouds, a whip, and the sun. So, to me, this suggests this. Whoever is behind the website and whoever is doing all the gossip, they're basically making a huge fortune for themselves. The jealousy in the form of a snake isn't doing them any favours. And whoever this person is, the main older woman, she may be older, it seems it's rooted in jealousy. It's rooted in, seeing someone else happy and wanting it for themselves and they can't have it. Whatever they want or whatever they wish for, they're not to get because of the energy they're putting out in the universe. If they focused more on their own inner self, inner work, and focused on more of their own happiness for themselves, instead of looking at what other people have, they will get their wish, they will get their own true happiness, and they will stop being jealous, and they will stop creating such a big mountain, a big hill for themselves. Because at the end of the day, spying on you and seeing that you're happy with your fur babies and you're happy building your own home and your own life for yourself, isn't doing them any favours. Because if they focused more on creating their own happiness for themselves, then they will find the happiness they're looking for. Because happiness starts from within, not externally, and certainly not looking at what other people's got. They've got to look at themselves. Because at the end of the day, your path with your fur babies and building a home and a nest for yourself is going to result in you getting your wish. And the news will come silently in the night of you being engaged or of you getting married. And it'll be a huge breakthrough for you. And all the troubles caused by the whip will be overcome by the sun. So this is what's coming for Amy. A life filled with happiness with her fur babies, with a home created for herself, being happily engaged and married, and a breakthrough of the clouds and fulfilling happiness with the sun shining for her. And if people want that for themselves, they have to do the inner work for themselves and stop looking externally and look inwardly, because they're not going to find it externally unless they do their inner work. Stop being jealous of other people. Start seeing what you have yourself and be grateful for, and the rest will follow through. Even if it's just, I'm grateful for this beautiful sunny day. I'm grateful that I am alive. I'm grateful that I have fur babies of my own. You may not. You may. But gratitude, starting with that, will lead to other things, because you're working on yourself and you're working internally, and that will reflect outwardly into the universe. That is the reading I have with the Gilded Riviera.
Thank you. Well, I think she said it all. I think that's exactly what people need to do instead of being devious on social media and making and conjuring up lies and smear campaigns against people you don't like, you don't agree with, or you don't admire, people you're jealous of. Like, all that's just wasting energy. I've done nothing but attempt to defend my credibility and defend myself and my relationship. And everyone that has come against me to ruin my life, ruin my reputation, credibility, basically tried to psychologically abuse me by calling me mentally ill, you name it, a fake tarot reader. Like, I get paid to do tarot readings. I'm not a fake. If I'm getting paid and people are giving me reviews of how my readings are coming to pass, I'm not a fake if I can show you in writing how accurate my readings have been, like word for word. I got screenshots. And what I find incredulous is people have seen those screenshots. People have seen word for word the receipts, the proof that I am credible, that my readings are indeed coming to pass. But they ultimately refuse to acknowledge it, and they ultimately refuse to give me the credit, because inherently they are jealous. And their one goal is to ruin my life, ruin my blessings. And that is why I will have success, because you're coming against me. The universe is bringing to me gifts for my hard work, my stepping into my willpower, my own life purpose. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing with my life, my gifts, my skills, and I'm working hard. I'm doing a service for others. Doing their readings and watching them have their happiness, their love life bloom. You know, a lot of times I do get people that want love readings, and I am a bit of a love guru because that's all I do, love readings. And I happen to predict plenty of things with my readings for those people, and I sincerely support them. I sincerely enjoy reading for them, and it's not even about the money for me. I have done so many readings that I've never gotten paid for, out of the sheer will and generosity of my heart. And those predictions were just as real and legitimate as the ones that I get paid for. That is a gift. My gift to people, the universe's gift to people. And I'm just a vessel. I'm the channel. I'm the gateway for that message to come through. And for people to sit here and work in circles, work in groups to try and trump that gift, destroy the beauty and the harmony that I create by doing readings for others, really is just unfortunate and petty. And that is exactly why the karma will be reaped for those individuals. And nothing's unwitnessed in the universe. Nothing you ever do is ever unwitnessed. So it doesn't matter what you think, what you believe about me and my situation. What you're doing is what's creating karma for yourself. Me, I'm on my social media. I'm well aware of what my actions are. And trust me, I have a good reason for what I'm doing. I have a very good reason. And it's to defend my own energy, my own path, defend my own credibility, my own gifts that God gave me. I have every right to defend my stance. And I have every right to expose those that are working around the clock every freaking single day to try and ruin that. And I have every right to be upset. I have every right to go on a podium and shout it from the rooftops. Speak my mind, speak from my heart, and speak from my truth. I have every right. And for those that are sitting here trying to reason with themselves for why they should shut me down and have me silenced, those are incomprehensible reasons. Those are unacceptable reasons. And I really don't care how you got involved in the situation. I really don't care at this point. I've tried warning people about scammers. I've done everything. I even used my YouTube channel to give readings to those that needed to hear the message that they were being scammed. And you know what they did? They spit in my face. They spit on that because they didn't want to listen. They don't want to hear the message. And that's their choice. That's their right. They don't want to listen. That's fine. Those that didn't listen to me, guess what? They ended up suffering anyways. It's not my problem. I did my best. I did the service to the community, giving that message to those people. And then there was other times that I gave the message to those individuals because they needed to hear the truth. And I'm sick of them lying to themselves at the expense of my credibility. I'm tired of people attacking me. I'm tired of people bashing me. I'm tired of people trying to copy me. I'm tired of people copying shit from my fucking readings. Okay? Like, that shit pisses me off. Even that is the most triggersome thing for me because that's an original thing for me. It's an original skill. For someone to take context from my readings that are about myself and my boyfriend and apply it to themselves and then turn around and try to make me out to be the false person is ridiculous. It should have never happened. It should have never got to that point. And let me go ahead and explain to you why I'm not the bad guy here. I remember the year I started my YouTube, at least using my YouTube that I've had for 10 years. I remember I started doing readings on YouTube to basically store the readings I was doing on myself and my boyfriend. Because at that point I had already been involved with Henry. I had already slept with him. It wasn't about readings on YouTube. It was about me putting my readings that I was doing on myself and Henry somewhere. And I didn't mind putting it in a way where people could view them. In my sheer ignorance, I had no idea what I was setting myself up for. Because while I genuinely posted my readings with the intention of just storing them and allowing people to watch them for entertainment or whatever they wanted, I did not expect that I would step into a community of vipers, of women that were very hostile towards messages that were coming through the cards. I had a number of women that figured out, because at first I didn't even say that the readings were about me and Henry. At first I hadn't even said my own name. I literally titled the reading about Henry Cavill and his twin flame. Okay. And the very first video was 3 months after I had already been seeing Henry. So, like, what's really interesting is people tried to twist everything around, right? They tried to make it seem like I was copying crap. I was copying twin flame stuff or Empress stuff or whatever. But the truth is, Henry and I had already been seeing each other. I had already slept with Henry at that point. And I just wanted to do readings on myself and Henry because we were already involved sexually. And I had no intention of making the public aware that it was a reading about me and Henry. Up until the women that were basically very interested in the topic figured it out. they pieced it together, and then they started attacking me. And then I had to turn around and be like, yeah, I'm his twin flame. Yes. These readings are in fact about myself and Henry. I had to admit to the fact that those were my readings about me and Henry. Because initially I didn't. Ever since that happened, and believe me, I had nothing against Natalie by that time. I didn't even have an Instagram when Henry and I got involved. I didn't even have my Instagram. I remember him telling me to ignore the pictures of the woman. And I'm like, what woman? Because I didn't even have an Instagram. I didn't know what he was talking about. He's like, well, you're going to see pictures of a woman. She's just a PR stunt actress. I'm like, okay. I didn't know who he was talking about. And it wasn't until I had signed up for Instagram, made my profile, and started following Henry's official page that I realized what he was talking about. I had no problem with her being a PR stunt actress either. Let me just put that out there. I had no problem with her at all. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think it was a problem for me and Henry. Me and Henry still got to spend time together. I still got to sleep with him. Like we were getting to know each other. Like, it was developing regardless. And I understood that he was a public figure. Okay? It wasn't, oh, well, I'm jealous of that woman because she's in his pictures. No. I had no problem with her being the PR stunt actress. I compartmentalized the situation. I knew that Henry was, in respect to our relationship, he was different with me than he was with her. She is professional and associate, right? Or so I thought. And she turned around and started attacking me. She started copying shit from my readings. The first time she blatantly broadcasted that she had copied from my readings, it was around, I want to say it was around July. It was around the time that the Witcher season 2 premiere. So with the Witchy Mermaid outfit. I remember her making the post on Instagram, Witchy Mermaid. Her thinking her stylist. Before that PR stunt took place, I had done a reading on Henry and I, and in that reading I actually went on a tangent. I was discussing why I was convinced Henry was my twin flame. Because back from my childhood, I had synchronicities around the Little Mermaid story and Prince Eric. So I had brought it up on my reading, on my channel, on my live video. It wasn't a part of the reading. It wasn't something I was channeled through the reading. I was just going on a tangent and telling people about my childhood synchronicities around the Little Mermaid story and Henry being my Prince Eric, basically. Because, and I can retrieve that video, by the way. I still have that video of when I discussed it. And then not coincidentally, Natalie turned around and decided to make a jab at me in public through her own Instagram. She basically plagiarized information from my reading, turned around and made it an insult. That pissed me off. That's when things took a turning point. That's when I started having a fucking problem with her, because she did that. Before that, there was not a problem with her. I had no fucking issue with her being the PR stunt actress. Okay? She attacked me. And it was out of jealousy. It was out of sheer jealousy. Once she had found out about Henry and I, because she had been watching the readings on Henry and his twin flame stuff. And it's not just my channel she's been watching. She was watching a lot of other readings on Henry Cavill. And to this day, I am convinced she was attempting to hijack the situation she knew was coming in for Henry. And that's exactly what she turned around and did. It's exactly what she did. She used her PR stunt contract to basically entrap him, keep him stuck to her, so that he couldn't be with his twin flame. She wanted money. She wanted fame. Those were her reasons. Those were her motivators. It had nothing to do with love. It had nothing to do with her being a twin flame. It had everything to do with money and wanting to be famous, not wanting to be removed from the PR contract. She, at that point, saw me as a threat and started blatantly attacking me. And then she started using information from my readings while strategically having people attack me for doing readings on myself and Henry. While she did all that, schemed, and then took pieces of information from my readings, turned around and turned them into the PR story in the media. Okay? Y'all can go back. I mean, I put everything in private mode, but I can create a compilation of what all she copied and what reading specifically, what time and date. I can literally put it all under a magnifying glass for you if you want me to show you what exactly she did. How my readings were the source of information. How my readings were being exploited for her to make money off of, which I will say is copyright infringement. Because as a content creator on YouTube, I own the rights to my content. I own the rights to my readings. Anything that I'm talking about in my videos is my product. It's my copyright. And what she did was plagiarize tidbits of information from my readings and then turned around, put them in her PR contract script to act out in public so that she can make money off of it. That, my friend, is a lawsuit. It is grounds for a lawsuit. And believe me, I have every intention of ensuring that Miss Natalie gets in trouble with the legalities around the situation. As much damage as she's done to me in my personal life, my credibility, my reputation, my job. She's doxed my private information, my telephone numbers, emails. She's contacted my relatives, illegally stalked me. She went out of her way to attempt to sabotage and silence me. She strategically used bots that she's been purchasing to smear my name in public on a lot of different forums in front of everybody. She encouraged people to shut me down. She encouraged people to silence me. And Henry was stuck, going along with it all, because he signed into a freaking PR contract that was linked to his projects, his films. So he had no choice but to go along and act everything out that she was prescribing. And since she's the product that he's promoting, that he's being paid to promote, and since he had already signed the contract, he had to go along with it all. And he attempted multiple times to dissolve the contract, but she always would argue or find some kind of counter productive instance where she would convince her own PR team to keep him stuck with her on making the excuse of grounds of unfulfilled PR, unfulfilled image cleanup or roles. She hadn't got anything out of it. She's been, spending money, blowing all the money in expenses to pull it off, right? She would argue it. She would try to stop everybody from attempting to dispute it. This is what she would do. She would sabotage her own image through her own bots, right? She would go and leak her own stuff on purpose. Like, specifically, the promiscuous photos, guess what? Those all came from her. All that was leaked by her, and she utilized that as an excuse. She said that people were doxing her and using it to smear her and harm her image, and she needed more PR to clean it up, right? That is technically PR fraud. What she committed was technically PR fraud. And yeah, Henry's been fighting behind the scenes. He tried to keep it quiet, try to keep it under wraps. He's been trying to put on whatever facade he needs to, what he's obligated to do in order to get his payments, okay? without ruining his other projects and films. So he had to do it all, and even if it was embarrassing and it was pissing him off. That's why in some of the pictures you see him looking fucking hella miserable and just not wanting to be there. Especially the ones with the fucking belly picture, the fake bellies. That woman took information from my reading to do that as well. The whole belly, the whole pregnancy thing, guess where it came from? My readings. This woman has done nothing but do it all and put it all in her scripts. And that's exactly why I've been determined to continue exposing her. And I didn't care if people said Amy was a fake tarot. I didn't give a shit. Because I knew at one point or another somebody would find out that I was indeed a real tarot reader. I'm too accurate. I'm too fucking accurate. I have people giving me reviews on the readings I've done for them, and they're like, God dang, like, it happened, like, word for word. What you said that this person would say, they literally said it. Exact wording. And I'm like, that's where this comes out through my readings. People can see for themselves that I'm a legit reader. And I don't need to pay anybody to lie for me. And I sure as hell ain't got the money to have people lying for me either. I'm not getting paid. You think I'm getting paid to have people paid to lie for me? People that are sticking up for me know that I'm a legit reader. They know I'm telling the truth because they themselves experienced the readings that I've done for them. They got to see it for themselves. And there are a few clients that have paid me. They're like, here's money. Here's $100. Here's $80. Here's $40. They're giving me money because I'm worth the payment. There have been other times I've done free readings for others, and they're like, where can I donate? Where can I give you money? You know, like, you can't fake being a genuine tarot reader. And what really angers me is that I've done public readings on people. You know? Stuff has happened, and then you got the people in the live chat, like, literally replying to their reading that's being displayed and being done live on camera. And they're like chiming in. They're like, oh my God, that happened. This happened. Yeah, that, you know, that definitely resonates. All before everyone's faces. It's just like, it's embarrassing that there are people that are willing to overlook that stuff. You really think I'm a fake when there's random people that are joining my live readings? You could see me doing live readings, shuffling cards on camera for people that just randomly join, people that aren't even followers to my YouTube. People just kind of happen upon me, and then they get fucking readings out of me, and then they can see that I'm legit. And they confirm it in the chat. You know, it just bugs me that there's people like that out there that just overlook that kind of stuff. And it's like, you know, I have plenty of proof. And it got to the point where I'm like, I'm just going to have to show screenshots. I'm going to have to write it down somewhere. I have a time and date, word for word. I'm going to have the transcripts, screenshot the transcripts so people can read where I was specifically accurate. And it's not just my readings that I'm angry about. It's about the fact that I do have a relationship. I do have communication with Henry directly. And there are things that he's told me specifically. And it's happened. I have screenshots of me telling my friends what he told me. Like, word for word. And then they got to witness it happen on his official page. He literally worked with me. He literally coordinated with me. He would have me tell a friend what he told me. He would say, go tell one friend, go do this. So this is what I had to do. I had to tell multiple witnesses before a specific time and date. And then I had to make sure that I told them exactly what he told me would take place on a specific date, or how many days it would pass before it would happen, etc. I have screenshots of all that posted to my Instagram. That's all proof. And he had to do it that way because he signed an NDA, right? I cannot show him telling me things in text And by the way, Henry doesn't just communicate to me through text messages. So it doesn't even matter who you think I'm texting, because it's not purely texting. Okay? Henry has told me plenty of things. Like, I've had face-to-face interactions with him, and he's told me things. So, yeah. A lot of my information, when I quote, Henry told me this, it's not from my readings. It's from Henry's mouth. If I say I did a reading and this is what came out, then you know where it came from. Anyways, I will not be putting up with nobody's crap. Like, I don't care how you feel about me. I really don't care what you think is going on in this situation. I really don't care if you don't like me being Henry's girlfriend. I really don't care if you're upset about Henry making it known to the public that I'm his girlfriend by doing things strategically with his own official page. Like, I really don't care where you're at this point. You know, the people I actually feel sorry for are the people that have been harmed. People that have actually been harmed in this situation, being scammed. Those that didn't participate in the smear campaigns against Amy Denton. Okay? Those that have been misled by scammers. Those people I actually feel bad for. Because it's ridiculous. And as much drama and as much mess is generated in this situation, like, for them to be caught in the freaking middle of all of it because somebody didn't want the truth to be out, they didn't want the truth to be spoken, is pretty sad. Like, denying me the ability to speak the truth, going out of your way to silence me, did no favors for those that were getting scammed. Those that were being scammed are victims. And for me to go out of my way to try to bring them the warnings that they needed to hear, the messages they need to hear, and then for people to discredit my voice and to convince those girls to not listen to me, was the biggest disservice anyone could possibly do. You got women that are up there in their age, or women that are on the brink of, like, not having their fertility anymore. You know what I'm saying? These women are in weird timelines of their own, and they're trying to plan out their lives and trying to build their happiness. And what really angers me is Natalie went out of her way to bully those specific women. And she's generalized. She slapped a label. She slapped a label on people exposing her. She conveniently utilized the fact that women are getting scammed as a way to shield her own fucking lying, conniving bullshit. She goes and through her Stan account, her alternate accounts, and then she's telling people, "Oh yeah, the brides of Henry. None of you. What can you say now that Henry and Natalie were just doing we're seen in Italy? You know, like, she bullies the fuck out of everybody, and slaps the label brides on these women. Like, she does not give a fuck that these women are being convinced that they're Henry's future wife. She doesn't give a shit. And then she went out of her way to discredit my voice so that those same women would not listen to me. And I'm the source. I'm the one trying to warn. I'm the one trying to give the truth to the public. I'm the one that wants justice. I'm the one that wants the truth spoken. Okay, she doesn't want the truth spoken. She wants people to be blind. She wants people to not believe that she's been in a fake PR fucking story. And she didn't give a shit who she had to step on. And then she slaps labels on those girls and then she's bullying them. Have you ever seen me bully, like, Sherry? We all know about Sherry, right? So she's obviously a victim of being scammed. Okay? Did I go on my YouTube and say she's delusional? That she's a bride of Henry? Did you see me bullying her? Sherry hasn't said anything negative about me. Guess what? I didn't say nothing negative about her. And the only times that I ever went on a podium and I called people out were the ones that were specifically trying to smear my name, reputation, based off of what their perceptions are, what they were being convinced of. And those were the only times that I stepped forward and I insulted those individuals, because they were thus first insulting me. The way you treat me is how you will be treated by me. Plain and simple. I don't like Natalie. I don't like her. I never will. I can't stand her kind. I'm saying her kind and because she's a stereotypical fucking blondie, okay? Who's got a stick up her ass and thinks that the world owes her everything. She doesn't do anything to work for it. You know, I fucking despise those bitches. And they all conveniently work together in cliques. I cannot fucking stand those bitches. I just want to punch their faces in. I'm sorry, but that's just where I'm at with my mind. I grew up in a household where I had brothers. If a fucking bitch said something to me, I would have punched her in her face. That's how I would handle it if it got to that point. I'm not the passive-aggressive bitch. I'm the aggressive bitch, okay? I don't have a problem with anybody until somebody has a problem with me. And I don't operate the way Natalie does. I really don't. I love how she tried many different times to compare herself to me. She tried to make me an equivalent to her. She tried to make it seem like I was similar to her. And I'm just like, the only reason you even see me talking shit and talking trash about you is because you went out of your way to fuck with my shit. That's the only reason. Like, I'm not the one being a conniving little deceitful little bitch. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, I've been doing everything to protect my own credibility. I've been protecting my relationship. Because I have a relationship. It's not a texting relationship. And that's what angers me, is that she slept me in with scammer victims, and then she started bullying everybody with one fucking single label. This woman needs to be stopped. And I am determined to ensure that Miss Natalie discontinues her little manipulative, conniving little tactics on social media. I cannot stand an injustice. I cannot. I will work tirelessly. I don't care how much it costs me. I will make sure that she pays dearly for the shit she's pulled. Like, I have no problem being the person that ends this bitch once and for all. I have no fucking problem doing that. As I know, I'm not her first victim. I'm not her first victim. She's done this her whole fucking life. She's done it since she was a fucking 16-year-old little high schooler, little bitch. Had she done that shit with me in high school, I would have been taking off my earrings, and I would have told her to meet me at fucking 4 o'clock behind the bleachers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have whooped the bitch's ass in front of everybody if that were the case. I'm not the one that goes, oh, let me go whisper in this person's ear. Let me go whisper in this person's ear. Let me just spread the rumors. No, I'm not the passive-aggressive bitch. Like, I would have confronted her. And I would have handed her open a can of whoop ass. Okay, that's what I would have done. And you can ask my brothers. I would have probably done that shit. But I'm so fucking done. Like, I cannot stand the level of conniving tactics she went to. I cannot stand the convenience that she had to do so. And it angers me. And it angers Henry. It does. Because she's been exploiting him for the money. She's been exploiting him and lying to her publicist to get her way around the contract shit. But it's all going to come back on her in the end. And believe me, she won't have a future in the industry after I'm done with her. Trust me. And no, I didn't have to do what she did. I didn't have to lie. All I had to do was tell the truth. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep telling the truth. Eventually, people will see it for themselves. They will eventually acknowledge me because they will see it for themselves, what she's up to. You know? I'm all for the justice. I'm all for it. I should be a fucking police officer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot stand an injustice. I cannot stand skanks like her. I cannot stand the nepotism fucking expectations to have whatever she wants demanded on a silver platter. The bitch doesn't deserve shit. Trust me. She don't deserve nothing. And let me just make it clear. She will have nothing by the time I'm done with her. She's gonna lose her little friend group too. I'm gonna guarantee you her little friend group ain't gonna want to associate with her anymore after I'm done with her. See how powerful, how fruitful she is with her little conniving tactics. Then she doesn't have her community anymore. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there are people that have come forward that have supported me, that know from personal experience that I'm a legit reader. They know I'm not lying. There's people that have come and are involved or somehow communicating to me who got to see and witness for themselves that I was telling the truth. So there's no fucking point of even trying lie on my name in public. Like, it's not gonna get anybody anywhere. I don't care who the fuck's behind freaking Jane Cuppa's page. I don't give a shit. All I'm gonna say is like, I've been Daenerys Targaryen on Guild Wars 2 since I was 21. And I had that account since it came out when I was 19 is the year that I purchased Guild Wars 2 account. The year of release of that game officially. I've been playing that game since it came out. Okay? And my character name, Dracarys Khaleesi, Mother of Dragons, I've had that tune, that character name, okay, or identifier, my gamer tag, if you will. I've had that since I was 21 years old. So, yeah. Anyone trying to pretend like they're the Empress of Henry and all of a sudden is a Dragon Queen too, all of a sudden is the Mother of Dragons or anything like that. Those are my identifiers. Okay, that's my gamer tag. Don't fucking copy my shit. Don't fucking copy my shit, bitch. Like, don't even. Like, people in Guild Wars 2 actually know my name. Because of my PvP player experience. There was a friend of mine, he's not on Instagram anymore, but he was a streamer. You can probably look up his YouTube, but shorts. I actually confided in him and I explained to him, I talked to him about my relationship with Henry. So he's aware of my situation with Henry. And he had a little bit of a crush on me, actually. That streamer guy, he's the top. He's one of the top players in Guild Wars 2. Like, and he's usually on the leaderboards. But anyways, people know my name. They recognize my name in the game. So, yeah. Like, I've been on that game for a long time. To the point that people do recognize me. I have friends that I haven't talked to or haven't played video games with in a long time that know my gamer tag when they see it. Okay, like, you're not about to sit there, steal my identity, steal my fucking gamer tag shit, and then turn around and make it into your fucking gossip Tumblr page. Like, I don't give a shit what Miss Jane Cup is up to. But let me just say, I was the first one claiming the Dragon Queen shit. Okay, bitch? So, yeah, if I were you, stop copying that shit. You're gonna embarrass yourself. Anyways. Yeah, I noticed she's using AI and she's typing in, like, words into the AI generator, image generators. She's typing in words, Dracarys. She's typing in, the Dragon Queen, clocks. Like, there are certain words and things that she's suggesting the AI generator to come up with in the image itself. And, she's posting them to her Tumblr page. And what I'm finding pretty ridiculous is that she's trying to pretend like she's the Dragon Queen and that she's about to expose me, the swindler, right? She even made a fucking post on her thing. Did AI generated fucking story over here, trying to make it seem like I'm a fake terrorist, that I swindle people for money and all this shit. Like, she's inherently trying to smear me through this fucking AI shit that she's not posting. Like, bitch, stay salty. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay salty, bitch. You got a problem with me, say it to my face. That's all I'm gonna say. If you don't have nothing to say to me, stop bringing me up. Stop insinuating gossip about me on your fucking page, because I will call you out and I will point it out. I don't have no problem doing that. I have no problem exposing you either. So, yeah, I'm not scared. Not scared, bitch. I know she doesn't talk to Henry. I know she's not working for Henry. I know for a fact that she's actually a little friend of Natalie's and is actually trying to mix some truth with the lies that Natalie once produced to the public. That I've gathered that much from her page. A lot of shit she came up with is in fact coming from Natalie herself. So yeah, I just want to point that out. And while she may come off like she's against Natalie, she may come off like she's, trying to expose Natalie or make fun of her, expose the fact something's going on behind the scenes. Like, make no mistake, it's all by design. The fucking narcissist, Natalie, decides she wants to use groups and Discord and all these different little pockets, chambers, to generate her smear campaigns. I'm not surprised they came up with using Discord to talk shit about me, and I thought it was particularly funny that they insinuated that I had been kicked out of Jane Cuppa's Discord channel. I found it hilarious because I only have one Discord. I only have one Discord gamer tag. Jakaris Khaleesi, motherfucker. And I've never once joined anyone's fucking gossip Discord channel. I thought that was hilarious. And I just happened to see her arguing with gay Cavill theorist Tumblr page about it. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, first of all, I never joined anything. I never joined any gossip Discord channel. So how could I possibly been kicked out of Jane Cuppa's Discord? I just found it hilarious. Like, these bitches are just fabricating stories. I don't know what the fuck is up with that. All I know is that somebody probably tried to impersonate me. Somebody tried or something to make it seem like I was there or something, or maybe they're just making it up. I have no fucking idea. All I know is that I wasn't in that damn Discord channel, nor did I ever want to join. Yeah. And I only had one Discord channel or name tag. Okay. And you can see that name tag on my Instagram. It's been on my Instagram since I created my Instagram. So it's been there the whole fucking time. You could have easily pieced that one together. You could have easily been like, nah, that's not Amy's Discord tag. Because Amy's real Discord tag is actually posted on Amy's Instagram. So yeah. I thought it was funny. Hilarious. How much like they go to. How much efforts they go to try and make it seem like I'm trying to get information off these fucking bitches. Like, bitch, I'm an original source. Why the fuck do I need to join your Discord? I'm not even a follower on your fucking page. I don't follow your shit. People send me screenshots of what you're saying. I got my friend Carla. I got other girls. I'm not going to name other girls because I already know y'all try to block certain ones, certain people that are watching for me. So I'm not going to name them. You're probably not going to figure out what her gamer tag is either, or whatever. You're not going to see it. But anyways, yeah. These girls are, like, watching all stuff for me. I didn't even have to ask. They're like, Amy, they're just bringing you up over here. You know, like, people are looking out for me. And I didn't have to ask them to do that. I don't know, I'm kind of like irritated with Jane Cuppa's page because I know she's full of shit. She may have some credible information that she's coincidentally leaked, and it's because she has the close friendship with Natalie. I'm convinced that she's getting paid. There's something along the lines there. Well, I don't know if she's working directly with Natalie or if she's working with people that are getting information from Natalie's bots or something. There's something going on there. And it's come to my awareness, basically, that she's indeed attempting to smear me now that I've exposed the fact that I do have communication with Henry, and I'm pretty certain she has said something about me or more than enough times or something in her own private little chambers or chats. I don't know. I just have an intuition, a feeling that this woman has been bad mouthing me in a lot of different places. She's been trying to convince people that I am not telling the truth. She acts in public. She didn't know me, right? She acts like, oh, Amy's just crazy, right? Yeah. She's already dropped hints that she's been talking shit about me. I know where she's at on the spectrum in the situation. I know exactly what she's up to. And unfortunately, I'm not cool. I'm not down for it. Like, if you got something to say, bitch, say it to my face. That's all I'm going to say. I find it hilarious that these fucking girls are too cowardice. They're too fucking cowardly to come into my direct inbox and tell me what the fuck they want to say about me to other people. I find it hilarious. Like, I know you know that I will put you on blast. I will call you out, and that's probably the number one reason why they don't want to tell me shit. They don't want to come over here and confront me because they know that I will speak nothing but facts. I will point out who said what time and day. They know that I will reveal and expose them for what they're doing and what they're saying. Like, you're not about to sit here and twist shit up on me in these little private little pockets and chambers. I don't give a shit what you're fucking typing in your fucking AI image generators or the fucking story generators. I don't give a shit. All I know is you're not about to copy my shit. You're not about to copy my shit and then turn it around and try to make it a smear campaign against me, bitch. Like, I'm gonna call you out and you're gonna embarrass yourself. Like, I have no problem. Anyways, I'm sorry. I have to get to that point. I'm at that point because I don't like these fucking skates. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of their little conniving little tactics. It's like, grow the fuck up. You're grown-ass women fucking acting like that. Like, grow the fuck up. Like, and if you got a problem with somebody, say it. Say it outward. Say it public. There's no need to be sitting here acting like, oh, I'm going to go whisper in this ear and then have them whisper in all the other ears. Like, bitch, say something to me. Say something. And I bet you anything I'll correct you. I bet you anything that what I got to say is going to call you out and it's going to point out where you're being conniving little lying little thief. You know? Like, I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. But yeah, thanks to Henry. Thank you, Henry, for helping me prove to the public that our communication is indeed legitimate and is very timely. I'm sorry that people keep trying to smear and call you gay and all this shit. That's pretty shameful. And I think that's probably Natalie's little friend group. I said it before. I think people have heard me or seen me write it up somewhere, but I pointed out that Natalie thinks she made the assumption that Henry's gay because he wouldn't sleep with her. So that's where that little gossip smear campaign came from. Because Henry never slept with her and he never wanted to. And she thought it was weird. Like, first of all, Henry's got way more self-respect than you can give him credit for. Pretty sure he likes women with more class. I'm sure he likes women that have more integrity, have more attractive qualities. You know, there's other attractive women in the world. Natalie's not it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not it, Natalie, it doesn't mean he's gay. Henry's not gay. He has friends that are gay. He straight up, like, doesn't mind gay people, okay? There's nothing wrong with him being friends with gay people. But yeah, for people to start calling him, like, gay and shit because he wouldn't sleep with somebody in particular, or he's acting weird, or he's using a fucking fake stunt actress. Like, he's not the only straight male actor that's using PR stunt girlfriends, okay? It's not uncommon in the industry, and it doesn't mean somebody's closeted, okay? It's pretty shameful. It's just like blatant disrespect. People just don't know how it all works. But yeah, I'm glad I got this read. I wasn't trying to get a reading technically, but I offered to do her a reading, and she's like, "Here, I'll do a reading for you." So she did. So thank you for that. I'm sorry if my cursing offends people, but that's just how I am. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I might just post the readings I did predicting things for Father's Day. And believe me, the only reason I haven't posted them yet is because I'm waiting for particular information, waiting for details from the reading to come to pass before I post them. I'm not going to give any hints because I want it all to play out first. I want it all to play out first. I want people to run their mouths, go ahead and say what they're going to say. That way, when my reading gets posted, I can show you word for word where I was accurate. Nobody knows what's in the readings. They don't know what I'm predicting, so they don't know the specifics of what they should and shouldn't say publicly, and that's where I want it. That's where I want it. That's where I get people. That's where I get them, because they aren't psychic. They don't know what I predicted. They don't know the specifics. They don't know what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they're going to do when it happens. Up until it happens. I can literally predict people's behavior, how they're acting, what they're going to say, all the specifics, right? And then I've got a whole transcript telling me word for word what's going to happen, right? And then, bam. So I'm going to let people do what they're going to do. And then when I feel like all the information in the reading has come to pass, I'm going to post it. And I'm going to make sure everyone sees word for word where I was very specific in the reading what would take place on Father's Day or in the following days after. And then I would show you how people would, how they behaved in real time compared to what I predicted. And then none of you bitches can fucking debunk what I'm saying, because you'll have it in writing, and then I'll have the proof that these women did indeed do certain things. You know what I fucking predicted. That's where I'm gonna get you. That's where I'm gonna get you. So keep it up. Keep talking shit. Keep talking shit. See where it gets you. Keep talking shit about Henry. See where it gets you. I'm done playing a game. All I'm gonna do is speak the truth. I'm gonna do what I do best. I'm gonna predict the future. I'm gonna do the reading, and I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna say, what you're gonna behave like. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen around Henry, what he does, what happens to Natalie. I'm gonna tell you right down to the detail. And then by the time that stuff comes in pass, I can show you in the reading where I was correct and I was accurate. And then you can't fucking deny it, because I have it in fucking screenshots. You can't sit there and turn around and be like, Amy's a false tarot reader, because it's right there in reading. It's in their fucking writing. It's right there in front of your faces. And I'll make sure I'll point it out with arrows. I'll point it out word for word where I was right. I'll put the arrows where the words and sentences were forming, where those predictions, specific right down to those details, were taking place, and where people specifically did exactly as I predicted. So yeah, play with me some more. Come on, test me. Put me to the test, because I'm all for it. I'm ready to prove everything. I have nothing to lose. And I'm not losing anything, like, by doing it. Like, I'm getting somewhere, believe me. But yeah, thanks to Henry coordinating with me last minute there. He did say, he told me on Friday what he was not going to post on Father's Day. He told me that there would not be a Father's Day post like everyone else is expecting. And then he told me all the way back from May 28th what he was going to do with his PR stuff. And it's hilarious how he told me he would turn it around on her. What he would specifically do. He told me how he was going to make her look like she's lying through her Stan accounts. Yes, indeed. Did he not do that? He literally told me that he was going to let her, you know how she was doing the PR stuff through the paid articles where it was mentioning the daughter, you know, that specifically, one of those specific instances. He's like, don't worry, Amy, don't worry about it, because I got it all set up to where it exposes her for lying about it. I make it to where it's not credible, and that she was just straight lying through her stands. What happened? The PR stunt happened. And then all the news media should have mentioned the daughter, right? From the article that she was pushing on Riot's page. But it still says no credible news. No credible news of engagement. No details revealed. Name, sex of the child, or date of birth. It still says that there's been no information released from Henry and his team. But y'all remember what Riot was saying, right? You remember what she was saying about that Esquire article, about Henry mentioning his daughter, right? You remember? Remember she was shoving it in our faces and our throats on her fucking Riot page? You remember? And anyone that said it wasn't him was just lying, as a troll. Is just a bride that's hurt and betrayed. Remember? I literally have it in writing on May 28th. What Henry told me he would do with that whole thing. That whole instance. That was one of the things he told me he would fuck with. We get to Father's Day, Friday the 13th, he tells me something else he's going to do. And then he does exactly as he told me he's going to do on Father's Day. And then on top of everything else, after the PR stunt takes place, he makes it to where, what? He makes it to where Natalie looks like she's lying. Through her stands, through her alternate accounts. Did he not do that? Did he not do all those things specifically? Like, how is anyone attempting to discredit me and say that I'm talking to a scammer? I've got it in fucking writing. I've got it in writing. With a time and a date. Well in advance. Before the fucking stunt took place. Like, come at me, bitch. Come at me. Trust me. That man is my boyfriend. Trust me. Trust me. He's telling me things. I just love how I got a Jigglypuff persona, or whoever the fuck that is, in my comments. Already trying to come for me in the comments. I'm pretty certain that she's been scammed. I'm pretty certain she's pretty pissed off because she wasn't informed. There's somebody else. I think I saw it on, I think it's on Tea with Henry's page or whatever. I saw on that page somebody was trying to say that I had taken information from them, or they were trying to basically say, oh, it's basically everything I was saying. Amy's just stealing credit and blah, 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 turn it to her own. Like, I'm like, no, bitch. No. Because I don't even know who the fuck you are, first of all. Who the fuck are you? I never spoke to you. Where the fuck in my messages have you messaged me? Talking about, oh, Henry's not gonna be doing the Father's Day's post. Where the fuck could I have possibly stolen that from you? That's some fucking shady comments, man. That's some fucking shady shit right there. I'm sitting here like, first of all, the only information I got was from Henry's mouth. Not through a text. From his mouth. He told me what he was going to do to Natalie. What he was going to do with the PR stunt. He said he had it set up to where he was going to turn it around on her. He told me he wasn't going to do a post for Father's Day. Like everyone was expecting. And Natalie was insinuating. How the fuck could I have possibly stolen that from you, bitch? Please explain it to me. I'm sitting here like texting my friends. I'm telling them what Henry told me. I have it in writing. Like, you're not going to sit here and turn around and be like, oh, Amy just somehow came up with this. Amy just is talking to a scammer. She's a fan of Henry. Bitch, step off before I fucking correct you, before I call you out on your shit, because there's no fucking way I manipulated or I fucking made that shit up. Where the fuck do you think I'm getting it from? You think I'm getting it from a scammer? You think I'm getting it from a fake Henry? Honestly? I don't get a text. I don't get text from a fake Henry. I get Henry telling me stuff. He tells me. Like, I literally hear his voice when he speaks, you know? Like, I hear his voice, vocal cords rumble. You know, when he talks to me and tells me things about his PR. I'm not talking about text and an audio either. I'm talking about him talking to me. Like verbally speaking to me. And I'm not talking about a fucking voice text. Like I said, it has nothing to do with a text message or a voice text. I didn't get a voice text. I didn't get no voice text from Henry. It's coming straight from the horse's mouth, motherfucker. That's where it's coming from. And I'm showing people because I literally have to. Yeah, so many bitches are salty and mad because they are being scammed, and then they were convinced that I was being scammed, and it wasn't true. It's not my problem y'all are uninformed. It's not my problem. Okay? Like, the whole point of that instance was to help weed out people that were being scammed. If you're upset about the fact you weren't told something, it's because you're being scammed. It's the truth. It's the undeniable truth. You didn't know about something, it's because you were not being kept up to date. Because you're not really talking to Henry. It's not the real Henry. But yeah, I'm tired of dealing with this. I'm tired of it. I just want all to be done with. I cannot wait until it's gone. This woman's gone from the situation. I cannot wait. And believe me, it's coming. Yeah, I don't know what Jane Cuppa's up to, but I have an intuition, a feeling that this woman also thinks she's speaking to a Henry. She thinks she's close knit with Henry Cavill somehow. I think that she may be getting her information through third and fourth person. And I think she's also getting her information from people are getting information from Natalie Stans. So I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know if Jane Cuppa is directly working with Natalie, but I know for a fact that she is pushing Natalie's narratives. Some tidbits of information that aren't true are being put in her fucking tea. I know I can spot what's Natalie's and what isn't. Trust me, I know the difference. I know what Natalie's agenda is. I know what she wants people to believe. So it's very, very easy to discern and pick apart and dissect what all is coming from Natalie and what isn't. And that's where you guys need to be at. Those of you that are paying attention should be paying attention to that as well. But anyways, I'm going to end this live. I've been on here too long. I got to do 2 more readings for people. So stay tuned, guys. Have a good one.